We're here at Wilson Field on campus with another installment of Countdown to Kickoff 2012. Just finished up our Meet the Bulldogs full scrimmage between the offense and the defense, and for some comments on that, we're here with Coach Kevin Higgins. I'm Danny Reed. Coach, what an atmosphere it was here this afternoon. Over 700 knobs surrounding the field. It was pretty cool to be here.
Well, Danny, you're exactly right. This is one of my most favorite days of the year because of the excitement on the Citadel campus. 750 knobs cheering for our players. Our guys get excited about that, and it puts them in a game type of mindset.
Now, if you would, for those that didn't have a chance to come down to watch the scrimmage today, talk a bit about the format. What did you want to get accomplished, and what did you feel you got accomplished?
Well, our goal was to get in about 120 to 130 plays today. We went ones versus ones, twos versus twos, threes versus threes, and then we did some short yardage, did some goal line, did some backed up, and some overtime.
Now, you are literally just off the field. Give me your immediate reactions. What stood out for you from today?
Well, first of all, from a kicking game standpoint, Thomas Warren did a real nice job. He has had a very good camp all but one day. And, of course, Danny, you and I know the importance of us being able to kick field goals. So that was encouraging to see. Thomas Warren, Austin Wiles, our snapper, Cass Cooey, our holder, and that entire operation. And then our freshman kicker, Austin Jordan, did a real nice job with his kickoffs. He just won the kickoff spot, put 3 of those in the end zone. So that was encouraging to see as well. Offensively, we put a couple of new wrinkles in. I thought we moved the ball extremely well, except for that first early fumble. And then defensively at the end, we made some key stops.
Stay with special teams, if you would, for just a moment. 3 field goals of 40-plus yards for Thomas Warren, and then Cass Cooey in his only play of the day. He has a 64-yard punt and then goes and puts on the straw hat and says, "I'm done for the day." That had to be really encouraging for you.
Well, it was. You know, Thomas Warren went to an elite kicking camp in Wisconsin this summer. We set that up with Jamie Kolb, who's one of the top kicking instructors in the country, and he came back from that camp with a lot of confidence and much better technique. So he's been carrying that from his days in the summer.
Now with the offensive end, a lot of talk about the battle between Ben Dupree and Aaron Miller. They both got a chance to run with the ones and twos, 9 total drives. You got 6 touchdowns. Now, what stood out for you with both of them?
Well, first of all, Ben is a home run hitter. Anytime he touches the ball, he can make a big play with his feet. Aaron is a very tough, strong, physical player. He has a little bit better of an arm than Ben, but both of these guys, as they proved last year, are going to be valuable for us in terms of winning games.
Ben breaks a 57-yard touchdown run on a busted play during the scrimmage. Aaron gets a touchdown run of his own from 26 yards. Slot back position, what a day for Dalton Trevino.
I've said several times throughout camp that Dalton Trevino is our best running back. He can catch out of the backfield, he's physical, will block, and he's a hard-nosed runner as well.
Look at your 2 fullbacks, Darian Robinson and Terrell Dallas, both got a healthy dose of touches today. What'd you see from them?
Well, first of all, we have depth at the B-back position. Darian is a little bit more nifty, has a little bit better change of direction. Terrell is a second-team all-conference player from 2 years ago that is a very good runner in his own right. And with an 11-game schedule plus, you're going to need 2 B-backs in this offense.
On the other side of the ball, defensively, it looked like Chris Billingsley had a good day, but it looked like a lot of your freshmen stepped up and did really well. Guys like Joe Phillips and Mark Thomas played very well today.
Well, we have 3 freshmen on the defensive line that are going to be getting playing time this year, and we're really excited about them. Joe Phillips, defensive end, Mark Thomas, another defensive end, are very good players. Mitchell Jeter inside is going to be a very good player as well. 3 guys that are physical, they understand the game, and they've got passion inside.
And you saw what the offense did, you saw what the defense did. What are some things that you'll need to work on over the next few days to get ready for Charleston Southern?
Well, first of all, people forget that we lost some very good defensive players last year, some athleticism, and Joe Boateng, Rod Harlan, Tolu Akindele. So we're not quite where we need to be from an athleticism standpoint. We're still getting a feel for what our strengths are, what we don't do well, and now the next 2 weeks we're going to have to start catering our packages to things that we can do well.
And Coach Pratt, your classes do start next Wednesday. How will practices be adjusted accordingly?
Well, classes do start on Wednesday. However, we're going to go with 2 days of camp, and then we shorten our practice a little bit to anywhere from 23 to 24 periods. But now, Danny, it becomes a matter of making sure that you can separate the core from academics and athletics, and you've got to do well in all 3 areas.
Coach, it seemed like a really successful day. Any final comments before we sign off?
Hey, Danny, thank goodness we came out of this healthy. That's always a concern when you have a scrimmage like this, which is with as much hitting as we have, come out healthy, and we were able to do that.
Coach, as always, appreciate the time. We'll catch up with you next week.
All right. Thanks, Danny.
That's head coach Kevin Higgins. My name is Danny Reed. We'll have a countdown to kickoff for you sometime early next week right here on CitadelSports.com.